Welcome, Jordan here. In today's video, I want to talk about comparison and how comparison keeps you broke, keeps you stuck, and keeps you in these loops that keep you small and stop you from stepping into the leader that you know you are becoming and that you know you can be. Today's video, I want to break it down, give you some reframes and perspectives as to how to look at this through the lens and remind yourself who you truly are, because that's really what's happening here. You're forgetting who you are. So by the end of this video, you'll have a clear way to think about comparison as it pops up in your life and what to do within the moment to quickly reframe it so that you can bring yourself back into center, remember who you are, and let that go. Let's get into it. I'll never forget when I first started to realize how much I was comparing myself to other people. I was getting into the online space. I was running an agency at the time. I was doing everything online and I was creating TikTok content to be able to create a brand for myself and really learn what it means to create content on social media and everything that comes with that. I wanted to grow, I wanted to expand, I wanted to travel, and I wanted to grow my business and create a personal brand for myself. But what I found was the whole entire day, week, month of my time was spent on thinking about how many views I was going to get, how many people are liking my video, how many other creators are out there that are creating better content than me, and how why would somebody follow me when all of these other creators are out here with more experience and more other things that they can share that I am not sharing. And I just got stuck in this comparison loop. Now let's break it down. Let's go underneath the surface like we do on this channel. Deep in the root of all of this was the need for validation, right? I'll openly say that because, hey, we all experience this to different degrees. Let's not pretend that we don't. And this has been a journey for me of understanding how that has played such a big role in my life over the last number of years and learning to create this understanding within that I am inherently valuable, not based on performance, not based on validation from external sources, but cultivating that from within. So it's been a journey and I'm still on that journey like anybody is. Okay. So as I was understanding that I was falling into this trap of comparison, what was really happening was I was forgetting who I was in those moments, because we live in such a close proximity to everything that is happening in the world at any given time. And I just want you to think about the magnitude of what that means for just a second. You know what's going on in the world in anybody's life who shares it on social media at any given time. I don't really think that we're meant to know those things. We live in a modern world, we live in a digital world, so it is what it is. But when we think about that from the perspective lens that our brains are inherently wired to compare things because that's how we make sense of the reality that we're currently in, then we are going to fall into traps of comparison. Think about it this way. The only way that we can make sense of anything is when we compare it to somebody. We compare a man to a woman to know that one is a man and one is a woman. We compare up to down to know that there is opposites and to know that one way is up, the other way is down. We know that left and right are different because if we know what right is, then we know what left is, and so on and so forth. We are constantly making justifications and understandings of reality formulated in our mind, keyword here being the mind. We are constantly formulating that to understand how reality works and what is actually being shown to us at any given time. So our brains are inherently wired to do that, which means that we're going to do the same thing with people. We're going to do the same things with, our own self. And in this case, when we look at comparison, it's coming back to our own value, right? A lot of the time when we're feeling triggered or we're feeling, thrown off by seeing something else online, it's because we are comparing our own sense of self-worth and value to what we are seeing portrayed in front of us. But hey, everything in life is a mirror. We've talked about this on the channel, but let's go into it here as well. The mirror means that everything that we are seeing online is reflecting back to us a part of ourselves. So let's just put a pin in that for a second, because when we are in business and when we are going on this journey of creating content and growing our business, and we have this big mission and we have something that we're working towards and we're excited about it, and we amp ourselves up. Maybe we're doing some meditation in the morning. Maybe we're connecting with a sense that we are doing something bigger than ourselves. And even if we're not, we're thinking about the goals that we have. We're thinking about moving towards something. We get excited about it. We get into a certain energy. Yet, we say, hey, I'm going to quickly check Instagram for a minute. I'm going to check to see if I got any messages. I'm going to check to see what's going on Facebook. Maybe it's by habit, maybe it's by choice, who knows? Regardless of either of those, we're on the app and then all of a sudden that excitement starts to dissipate. You're looking at the different stories that are being shared, you're looking at the different content that's out there, and you're like, your whole mind is getting warped now with dulling the excitement and comparing yourself to what other people are doing, when a couple of moments ago you had this invigoration and excitement as to what you were going to create in this world. So the reason that we are doing this is because our self-worth in this moment is being tied to something outside of ourselves. It's being tied to what we are doing, what we are not doing, what we're saying, what we are not saying. And we start to think then, again, and this may resonate with you, it may not. We start to think then that what we have to say may not be the thing that's actually going to be helpful, or maybe it's not what the thing people are looking for. And immediately we are now out of the excitement, we are out of our heart, we're out of our soul, we're out of our feeling of service and mission. And instead, we are now wrapped up in how do I play the game of getting people to like me and getting this to fit in the box that the world has created for this to be good. It's a painful place to be because the mind can't solve those problems. The mind is just latching onto the ways of doing things that appears to be the correct way. So let's jump back to the mirror because this ties directly to this. When we look at the mirror, all of this is teaching us a very valuable lesson as to what we're experiencing right now. When we see something in somebody else that gives us a feeling, whether it's a positive or a negative feeling, it's showing us an aspect of ourselves that is looking to be seen and to be integrated. This part of ourselves is not looking to be ignored. It's not looking to be shouted at. It's not looking to be judged, which is often what we do in the moment. We judge ourselves. We start telling ourselves, hey, why can't you be more like this? Or why can't you do things in this way? Or they're doing things the right way. Maybe the way you're doing things isn't the right way. And immediately we just have all of these judgments that get formed in the moment of looking at that screen. Before we just had that element of excitement, and now we're in this state of comparison. So when we get pulled off track in this way, there's a part of us that is asking to be integrated. This is the whole lesson, because the comparison is not the problem here. How you're looking at the comparison is the problem. It's the perspective you hold. When you look at comparison from the lens of, I am now judging myself, I am less than this person's doing things right, I am not doing things right, and so on and so forth, whatever the case is, then it stops you from seeing the valuable, beautiful lesson that's asking to be, integrated into your life here. So when we take a step back, we can understand that what's playing out here is a shadow aspect of yourself. A shadow being Carl Jung's word for the unexpressed or suppressed aspects of our own personality, persona, that we bring out into the world and that have been pushed to the side or pushed into the shadows because it wasn't accepted growing up. It wasn't accepted by others. It wasn't accepted to be that way because there was a right way in how we grew up, but that's not the case. So when we understand what's happening on a grander scale, and we're understanding there's a part of us looking to be integrated, a shadow aspect of ourselves, we can see this whole opportunity, which it is an opportunity if we choose to see it that way, an opportunity to look at this part of ourselves and see, hey, there's a part of me right here, right now, that's looking to be seen. The part of me that's not being fully expressed. So even a simple practice around this is just taking a deep breath. I know it's so simple. We're not taught how to breathe when we're growing up, right? We're not taught how to breathe. So taking a deep breath can actually be such a reset moment in these times. Taking a deep breath and being like, okay, what part of me is asking to be seen right now? And how can I see that part within myself? You can even just put your hand in your chest and be like, hey man, if you're a man, if you're a woman, hey man, I see you. I see what you're going through right now. I see that there's a lesson right here from this person that you're seeing. And really what's going on right now is that you're seeing an aspect of yourself that is not being fully expressed. And that's okay, because there's something here that we can learn. Just know that I see you and that you don't have to compare yourself and think that you're less than this person that you see online, because really this is just a version of you being mirrored back to you in this moment in time, or something along those lines, right? Because This allows us to at least just reset for a couple of seconds. This can take 5 seconds to reset and to remind yourself that this is an illusion. I'm not saying it that literally life is an illusion and nothing is actually real. Yes, you can say that and there's truth to that statement, but we're not going to go there for right now. What we are going to do, though, is understand that this is an illusion. The realness of you comparing yourself that feels real in the moment is not actually real. That's the thing that we have to look at here. That's the thing that we have to be careful of, because otherwise we would get sucked in and we would get wrapped into thinking that this is the truth of who we are. This is our identity. This is ourself. We are less than. We are looking up at these people. They are better than us. We are not worthy of X, Y, and Z. Whatever the case is, triggering all these different things. This comparison is giving us a growth opportunity to choose a new narrative, a new story, a new belief system. Because what this emotional trigger is showcasing within us is that, hey, there is a belief system here that is not serving you anymore. Why do you believe yourself to be less than this person, this perceived person that has this, perspective that is sharing this thing? If there was a part of us that actually felt fully whole within ourselves, which is what this journey is really about, connecting to that part of ourselves and understanding that we are already whole and inherently valuable already. If we were to come from that place, then we would see this person as a mirror of ourselves and our own wholeness. Because let's say we flip the switch, right? And we're coming from a place of wholeness. We're reminding ourselves of who we are, and we know who we are. We know that we are a leader. We know that we are here to create and build and be on our mission and to share a beautiful message with the world that is here to serve others. And we are confident in that wholeness. Therefore, we could see that exact same video and see that person that is speaking this way as like, wow, this is an inspiration. This is an inspiration as to what's possible for me. And the only reason that we would see things through that lens is because we already know our own value. So the mirror just mirrors back what's already within you. So it's not that everything is always out to get you. If there's negativity coming through in the mirror of reality, whether it's you see it from somebody online or somebody in person or whatever the case is, it's a mirror of your own negativity within, portraying out into the mirror, reflecting back to you the aspects that are looking to be seen, heard, valued from the inside out. So it's a beautiful opportunity. And there's many of these opportunities. My journey over the last 5 years has been getting good at the skill set of catching that in the moment and reframing it. And that has allowed me to jump leaps in more ways than one across my life when it comes to relationships, business, content creation, anything, you name it. These different aspects are here as opportunities, but in the moment, it is so easy to get sucked into that. So I understand it's not an easy thing to do and to remind yourself of, but we have to understand that the layers beneath what we perceive to be real are something to question. So these aspects that are being mirrored back to us in these times of comparison are just a part of us looking to be seen. So how can I actually see that within myself? How can I allow myself to be seen? And then from that place, bring myself back into center, understand what's playing out, and then understand, hey, this is a beautiful lesson. See it as a lesson, put the phone away, get back into the energy of your mission, your vision, your purpose, get out there, create, be the one who is the leader for whatever it is that you are doing in your life. And thank this beautiful moment here for an opportunity to integrate a part of you that was not being seen. And then from that place, you allow yourself to create, to build, and to put out the message that you originally had at the beginning when you were excited about your vision, your mission, and your purpose. And this is the game. And I find myself playing this game repeatedly every single day. This happens multiple times because we're always being challenged, especially when we start to gather momentum with this work, this inner work of reframing and rewiring the identity and how we perceive things. That journey, it actually starts to accelerate these different tests that come up along the way, at least from what I've experienced, because it is you accelerating your path. There's massive quantum leaps and momentum coming for you. So therefore, there's going to be more tests along the way as well to see, hey, do you still remember who you are? Are you really the leader that you say you're going to be? Are you really that person today, or have you forgotten, or was that just a nice idea yesterday? It's constant remembrance. So I wanted to share this video with you today. We got some oakberry, beautiful acai bowl. I'm going to tuck into this now. Remember who you are at every single moment. You do not have to buy into the illusion that you are less than anybody. It is simply a growth opportunity for you to remember who you are, bring yourself back in the center, see the illusion that is being put in front of you, and to step into the embodied leader that you know you are. Have a beautiful day. I'll chat to you soon.